Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube. Gonna get this unboxed. Bag is already installed, but you do need to put clean water in the water bin. Very easy to set up. Just gotta take this out and check it and take some of the stuff off, just to make sure. Put that dust bin, that's the bin, back in. Then you push these buttons, hold them down, and it should start up, and then you can pair the app. Play some loud music when it comes on. So, need to put this on here to update. You'll probably need to update too, if you're just buying this. Let me put some water in here. So like I said, you're gonna have to put clean water in here, but the setup's really easy. Everything's all together. Put that ramp on and then fill the clean water up and put the solution in if you got some solution. And everything else is already set. The dirty water tank, it's just for the dirty water that comes out of the actual robot vacuum, and the dust bin bag is already installed. So you just plug it in, get it charged. Put the clean water, you see the indicator red to white. So the battery's under 10%, so you gotta let it charge in order to update the firmware. Basically roaming around the whole house, mapping it. It's pretty quick too. It's not bad. And then like how to get out of stuff. Like my other robot vacuum does not do this. I mean, it is like $100, but and there's a little drop off, and as you see, it didn't drop off, so that's a good thing. Hopefully I'll make that a no-go. Well, it should not go anyway, so hopefully it registers that. Oh, it said something, but I don't know what it said. Man, it's very good at obstacle avoidance. It's kind of getting confused, but it's going around it pretty well. So let's see if he makes it home. Here's the test in my eyes always, like figuring out like my chairs, everything, cord, didn't run it over. Yeah, there it is. And now it's charging. So let's dive into the app a little bit. You may have to update it here. As long as it's charging and it's enough, it'll update, and then the firmware will download to the actual robot. After it upgrades, you should be good. And the first time you use it, you're going to have to map your house. I showed earlier how it looked when it was going around the room and just mapping. It is actually pretty fast, if you can see here, because it won't go around the whole room. It'll spin around, and I guess the LiDAR systems will see things, and then as it goes around the room more, it'll find obstacles and things that it should avoid or it wants to avoid. So you do have to clean up a little bit, but I mean, just try to get everything out the way that you don't want it to stop, because it will not go in places where there's obstacles, and so it might not map that area correctly. But once you get it mapped, you really don't have to clean up anything. It's just big things, it just won't, it'll see them as obstacles, so it'll just go around it and won't clean there. And once it's done, I kind of fast forward it, then you'll see the map, and you can also, it says task finished and it goes home, but you can see your map and you can name the rooms after you figure them out, because I had to figure out, it shows you where the robot is, so then you can figure out what rooms from there. It did do some weird stuff, like it separated a couple. Like I have a little hallway on both sides of, like you see the middle section that's black. That's like my walls, and it went around. My room goes, or my house is kind of open floor plan, so it goes around, and it kind of created, you see those two small rooms, it kind of created separate rooms for those, but it's really like a hallway leading from the foyer to the kitchen. So it's weird the way they created it, but it's fine. I mean, it's just more separation if you want to clean one room. And yes, you have the ability to map upstairs, downstairs, wherever. You can add different maps, and you can tell it what you want it to do here. You can pick between having a high deep cleaning or just a light vacuum or vacuum and mop and whatever, and you can pick each floor when you're cleaning, or each room even you can pick separately, which I do like. You can clean each room separately as well. You can click on it and figure it out, and then you can set a schedule here if you would like a schedule. Just do be mindful that a robot vacuum can set off your alarm system, which that almost happened to me. I think because it does get hot because it's a battery operated, so my infrared not cameras but motion sensors, I think, picked it up. You can also edit rooms, and you can see like a zoomed in and see different obstacles. It'll even send you a picture and add it to the map if it runs into an obstacle, so you can see what it is, and it identifies it pretty well. Like I had sneakers on the floor and it said shoes identified, so it just went around them. So it lets you know when it's not cleaning an area, and I think that's a good feature to have, so that area is not going to be clean. And it also shows in real time, as you see here, it cleaning. It'll go around and you can see exactly where it is. You can see what type of cleaning it's doing, and again, it'll show you obstacles. Like you can put the notifications on, and it'll tell you like if it ran into an obstacle, and it'll keep cleaning. I haven't had it stop yet. I do have a throw rug in my living room, and it has a little tiny bit of trouble on it, but it just goes over it. I think I'm gonna make that a no-go zone. I'm gonna try to, you can draw around stuff, but you just have to figure out where the stuff is. So when you can manually control the vacuum as well, so you can do that and figure out where it is, and then just make that a no-go zone. As for cleaning, it does a great job. It mops, it sucks up the water, the dirty water. You see it's avoiding obstacles. The only thing I probably would like better is if it got a little closer to obstacles. I understand why it doesn't, but you can see here how far away it is when it senses an obstacle. You know, it doesn't want to get stuck on anything, so that's really good that it does that, but it doesn't get like really close to obstacles. But you can see it's moving around, it's mopping the floor because it's wet. In conclusion, I say this is the best robot vacuum I've owned. Now that comes with a caveat. I've owned only one other robot vacuum, and it is great. It gets the job done, but it's not as good as this one. The fact that it goes back, it empties the water, dirty water, empties the dust and whatever debris it picks up. It's just a great thing, and like hands-free. I had to, I think after 4 days, I had to fill up the water. I only used it a few. I didn't use it a whole lot. Some of that was probably due to evaporation, so that will happen. You do have to change the water from now, you know, the dirty water, and put new clean water in with solution. But all in all, I can say this has been the best. It is very strong. You can set different settings so it runs more efficient or stronger cleaning, and I highly recommend it. I've seen vacuums like this go for double what this is, so great buy. All right, peace.
You know, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.